What's going on, everybody? It is Jay Wilson, and I'm back from California. And today we're going to be discussing aquarium stores shutting down and why, and what does this mean for us? The whole nine yards. So sit back, relax, because it's going to get crazy. And I want to hear from you as well. I want to know what's happening in your area. So if you can see the tank behind me, it's not looking super lush, but that's what happens when you go away for 10 days, come back and just want to chill out. So don't hate me, but this is what it looks like after 10 days on the road. Not too shabby, right? So aquarium stores shutting down. What's the reason? Is it COVID? Is it because what is it? Right? That's the idea. And I want to talk about that because if you haven't watched some of my last videos have been about some really cool aquarium shops. But for those of you just joining, I greatly appreciate it. Danny, Fab4, you guys are awesome. Big Daddy, what's going on? And Adam Pooley. Adam, if you're interested in the saltwater tank, please check out Instagram. That's where I do most of the saltwater stuff. I'll get an update going there soon. Lots happening. Lots happening all at once. Was on the road, was taking care of all these awesome stores in California, and then come back, working on the house build with Wendy, making sure that we have everything we need. And now comes talking about all of the fancy stuff that goes on with our aquarium industry and why some of these stores are shutting down. And I didn't think it was such a big issue, but I believe there's a reason why aquarium stores are shutting down currently. And while I don't like it, I think inevitably it was going to happen sooner or later with a lot of these stores. So let me preface. I get off the plane and I go to this really amazing freshwater only store. I did a live video there. I also did a video, and it's called Aquarium Fish Depot. And Aquarium Fish Depot is 650 plus tanks, wall to wall, just absolutely insane. Then I did another video of the 6th Avenue Aquarium, which is in San Francisco. And I don't know how many tanks they have because they're very small tanks, but they have a ton of fish. Their prices are like rock bottom. But I just don't know. I mean, I know they're very popular just based on that, but I don't know many other things about them. And then I ended with Aquarium and Reptile Depot in Sacramento, where I met the Hawaiian fish keeper. And man, just another fantastic store. So it was like San Diego, San Jose, Neptune Aquatics, like amazing store. Reef Lounge USA, Cali Kid Coral, crushing it. Then as I moved a little north, Nolan's Aquarium, really cool, cichlid-centric, freshwater only dive. It was like an aquarium dive. And then as I progressed further, there was just more and more great stores. But in between, there was a lot of stores that were either struggling, had shut down, or were on the brink of shutting down. You laughed at catch your own fish. Yeah. So Big Daddy, I do still have the frogs. Matter of fact, I just posted on Instagram, and I got something in the works for that. So stay tuned. So somebody just said, did I bring home any fish? Did I catch any fish? And laughed at catch your own fish. And the answer is none of those things. But yes, the 6th Avenue Aquarium, you have to catch your own fish. Yeah. You literally have to catch your own fish, and then you bring them to the front desk They do the whole thing. They clamp the bag and you're off and on your way. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Like, are the low prices worth you doing the work? I don't know. You got to be the judge. I mean, I was reading some comments and some folks said that, there shouldn't be an aquarium store like this. It's trash. Well, they've been around a very long time. And then there were others that were like, love going there, love picking out my own fish. And then there were others that were, hey, just make sure you quarantine for 4 months. So it's hard to say if that store is, fantastic for what it is. Regardless, if you're in San Francisco, you have to go in there. You are literally walking into another world. Another world. It's happening. You walk in and it's done. You feel like you're in Asia, it's really cool because you're kind of in Japantown. And then, I made this right and I'm like smack dab in between all these Vietnamese places. And, I'm talking food because your boy likes some Asian food. And I walk right in and right at the top, if you didn't see the video, it said 6th Avenue Aquarium and Florist, or something like that. And it literally is a florist where you can buy flowers and plants right up front and then just shoot right through the door. Boom, double-decker aquariums. It's insane. Check out the video. But I also had the opportunity to potentially get fish at Superway. They had baby whales. I didn't do it just because I was really scared that the fish might not make it. And then I will be getting fish from Aquarium Fish Depot because they had a few fish that I really liked. And they have a really cool website. And you can see if they have the fish in stock. But if you're in San Diego or within an hour, hour and a half, to me, it's worth the drive because there's that many fish in that aquarium store. But the first actual store I went to, it was barren. And this wasn't the only one. I went to a couple others that were barren. Like, I'm talking half-filled aquariums. If you were a member of this channel, I did post some behind-the-scenes stuff at some of these aquarium shops because I was disgusted. Some of them just didn't have anything, and then others were just kind of half-assing it. And they're live animals, regardless of what side of the spectrum you're on. They are live animals. You got to do your best to take care of them, whether you're selling them, wholesaling them, transshipping them, or buying them and keeping them as a hobbyist. To me, you want to do the absolute best. And there were just a lot of stores that were not doing their absolute best, and they were shutting down. But why are they shutting down? Is it because the costs are so high? Is it because they don't have enough customers? Is it because they're dirty? Is it because what is it from? And what do you think it's from? I don't think it's just the state of California. Now, the state of California's got a lot of stuff going on, a lot that they got to figure out. But when I look at the aquarium store, why are aquarium stores shutting down? Like, what is the reason? To me, COVID's a boost, right? Folks got extra money in their pocket, which, yeah, we're probably going to do silly things with them. That's a different video, different topic, different channel. But if it's going back into the aquarium industry and the aquarium hobby, like what we're seeing, then why are these aquarium stores shutting down? I want to hear it. I want to hear from you. What are the main reasons why these aquarium stores are shutting down in your area, based on your knowledge? What do you think? Let's see. No. People wanted me to really bring home some fish, and unfortunately, it is not happening. While I'm waiting to get some answers, I know there's a lag, but have you had any tadpoles from the dart frogs? No, I don't provide any standing water. That's just not a thing. So LC Aquatics says probably online stores. No. Actually, you know what? I'm going to jump right into that. So LC Aquatics says probably online stores is why these stores are shutting down. And that's not the case. I mean, if If online stores crushed your physical location was not balanced. You did not have your things in a row, your fish in the tank, and dry goods in its space, and you lost out because of somebody online? No. No. Blockbuster. If you haven't watched it on Netflix, watch the last Blockbuster. Everybody thinks Netflix crushed Blockbuster. That wasn't the case. Online did not ruin Blockbuster. And so if we look at that model of Netflix being the online aquarium store and Blockbuster being that local fish store, what Blockbuster did hurt them. That's it. Matter of fact, Blockbuster had an opportunity to buy Netflix for not a lot of money for what it's worth. So lack of awareness, raising regarding profit ups for local stores versus online. I mean, that's possible. That is very possible. And I'm going to give you, and if you're watching this, you know, I'm using all of these to get to what I see, what I believe to be the real reason or reasons that a local fish store will go out of business. And I'm not talking voluntarily. And I don't ever wish a business going under or a family losing all these jobs for anything. But based on what I believe, it was inevitable for them. So, you know, folks always go back to online, right? And you'll go into a store, and I'm speaking from firsthand knowledge, right? I'm going into a store, and my job, my goal is to either sell them Seche products, and it's not convincing them, because honestly, you shouldn't need much convincing to bring on a product with profit margins that are better than most products. So, I mean, that's another reason why I love my job, is because the product's not only good, but profit margins are really good, and it plays well to everyone. So when I walk into a store, unwilling to change their business model to keep up with the trends. Ooh, boy, that's a big one. Craigers Fish. You need to move here, and we're going to open a business. Do it, George. Thank you very much for that super chat. You don't realize in this time how much that means to me. I mean, those super chats mean a lot, but right now thank you. Thank you very much. So I go into a store, and I'm not talking about any store in particular other than the store that will do this. You know, I talk to them, I learn them, I learn their business, I learn what makes them tick. Like, I'm doing this all in the first 15 minutes, and I take pride in this, and I happen to be pretty good at gauging somebody, and gauging whether this business is going to eventually have Seche product on the table, or if they're going to continue down the road of whatever they're doing. Like, I can figure that out, and then I can figure out if Seche is a good fit for them. And maybe they're not a good fit for Seche, right? Like, that really is a thing. And when you're a business selling a product, local fish stores, there should be that thought process, right? It's not just sell. Because sometimes the sell is not worth all of the other repercussions. So, what is the highest profit margin product in a typical local fish store? Fish, plants, hardscape decor, tanks, food. So typically it's going to be your fish, right? However, dynamically things have shifted. So I'm going to get to some of these, because Brad, that is a very good point. So it's going to be your plants and it's going to be your fish. Tanks, it just depends on which tanks. It's also going to depend the food. Sometimes there's 20% margins, 30% margins, depends on the product. So, and we're going to get to that, because there's this mindset that baffles me. Tiffany White, always a delight. Bring in the heat in the chat. So everything Wendy decided to show up. because most store owners are hobbyists, which is great because the passion is there, however, not business minded. They should carry products that give them the best margins. I wish I had a bell. Bing. So have you seen phantom red-tailed catfish? Yes. I've seen some other red-tail hybrids. I'll post one on community after this. So I walk into a store. This is what I was driving at. You know, the online thing, right? It's like, hey, what's going on, man? What's going on, woman? What's going on, local fish store owner? Hope you're doing well. I'm interested in bringing on some CGI product, maybe. You want to talk about it? I've been doing this almost 30 years. I've drank more fish water than you've ever seen, brother. Right? And I know you're going to want to bring on the product, and then I go online and people get it on Amazon. They get it from the Petco and the PetSmart. Not this guy. Not this guy. You ain't going to try to whittle-diddle me some of this product that's all over the web. But what you going to do if it's cheaper? What are you going to do for me? Wait, what? Sir, I have noticed that you're carrying 5 products that are about 40% cheaper online, but you're attacking me. This mindset, online's the devil. Mama said online's the devil. It's not. It's actually the potential for you as the business owner to expand is there. And it's a very good, even playing field for the most part if you select the right products. Insanity and aquatics. As far as I know, I don't have a massive chain store in England. I've only come across family businesses. Some have stores in more than one town, but not hundreds, only in the tens. I may be wrong. No, I mean, mom and pop shops, I love them. I really do. Like, for instance, I'll use Cali Coral. Cali Coral, walked in, tight spot, small. I mean, just freaking amazing. They opened a new location, even bigger, right? So the idea is they're online, they have a physical store, now they opened another physical store. Luckily, my local fish store, Aquarium Design Group, does maintenance and custom tanks. I will cry if they close. No, they're different. they're different. The Senskis are different. I get it. Maidenhead Aquatics probably biggest in UK. Look at that. So there's that first mentality. So I look around the store. I do this. So you have a problem with online, yet you carry a ton of off-name brands or brands, now hear me out, that I can go find at the big box retailer, or I find, and it's no jab, but I find direct Chinese-made products that we know are from China, not that they were assembled in the US or Chinese. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about brands that we know come directly from China, packaged that way. You have them on your shelf. You're charging $36, and I can get it somewhere at the big box retailer or online for like $16, and you're going to complain to me. Whose thought process was that? Because you thought the cheaper product would drive the customer in to buy the cheaper product. Little did you know that, COVID slams hard. So now that product that you were banking on, you can't fulfill. You can't put that product on the shelves because online is dominating at that price. And why would I send you that product to your shelf when all I have to do is go skirt, click, send, buy now, buy now? Why would I do that? So one, your choice of product based on what you thought was a hot seller, because you use that product, because that one customer said, you don't carry it, I'm never coming in. So you bought the whole line and you threw it on the shelf, and now you can't sell it. And when you did sell it, you were barely breaking even because of shipping costs. And now you don't have enough money to bring in fish, which is the big drive because, well, a lot of people want to see the fish. Let's see, my local store, South Sea, Hampshire, they still carry to sell more people than they need. Nice guys, all of them. I have to sell to keep going. I'm in Belfast and love that they carry. So look, I mean, there's all these stores that are doing some fantastic things. And it was when you opened your store 87 years ago or whatever it was, because every time you talk to somebody that it really is anything. It's like, the food that you talk about, my fish didn't eat it. I'm like, okay. Well, I've been doing this. Why is it always 30 years? I've been doing this longer than you've been alive, brother. Like, why do we have to, what is it like? 30 years makes me better than you. I have a store. It smells. Don't worry about that. Like what is that? Why are we not being receptive to change? Change is inevitable, whether you like it or not, especially in the aquarium industry, because technology advances, our processes and science, when it all advances, everybody goes, science is it. You know, science changes, right? We go, oh yeah, we were right there, but now we have more data. So it changed. And then they're like, science, always right. Well, but it wasn't right there, right? So nobody really wants to make that shift. Nobody wants to change. And, you know, I went into a store in California and they didn't carry the product. And the crazy part is they knew me, they knew the product, but they just didn't carry a lot of it. They carried a lot of other product. And this happened to another store that I visited pre-COVID. And it's like, one of the products that I'm putting on your shelf, when you sell it, will give you 40% margin, right? I'm just using simple math. So let's say it's $100. When you sell that, you're making $40. But if you sell the other brand equivalent, you're making $19. Maybe you sell more of them because they're a smidge lower of a price. Warranty beats it. You can believe in the product. You can get support for the product. But you're not going to do it because it costs a little bit more money up front. But when you sell that product, you're going to make more money. And no one has ever told me that they didn't sell what was on the shelf, because if they did, then they didn't have customers, or they didn't know how to sell the product. And a local store here told me, man, I put, you know, more of this product on the shelf and I sold more of it. And I sold more of it because I was believing in said product, and I was taking care of said product, and I knew that I had support for said product. Like, what's going on? You know, and then, you know, you give solutions, right? You're like, well, you could purchase the product from here, 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 and here. I don't deal with them. Son, I've been doing this since 1972. I don't deal with them folks. So give me another one. I just gave you 4 distributors. No. I want that distributor over there in Alaska. Hey, guy, you're in Miami. I'm making this up. But this is the idea, right? We're sticking to these principles like they're the evildoers. Well, are they? I mean, yeah, okay, maybe they are the evildoers when it's all said and done. But maybe they're not. Maybe they can get you the product that you need. So I think a big piece of it has to do with product selection. A lot of business owners go after cheaper product because they think it'll sell more. You know, ask Apple how that works out, because they sell some pretty dumb expensive stuff and they do fairly well The last time I checked. Now, I'm not saying you're going to be Apple. What I am saying is you don't need to be a business owner to understand that your product can be $15 or your product can be very similar for $25. But if you are running it with passion and belief that this product is legitimately superior to that other product, you're not going to have a tough time selling it. If you've been doing it since 72, brother. Radical Reefs with the super chat. My man, thank you very much. You folks you're bumping some stimulus into this. Now I get it. It will all vary by location. Product will vary by location. But I mean, everybody in California is driving Mercedes and Tesla. So come on. Last I looked in the US, prices vary by location, but have good margin because if you have good sales, people will upsell with dry goods. Oh, hey, this fish is special. It needs XYZ. That's the other thing. Like online has the potential to continue to grow, right? You ever know when you go on Amazon and it's like, well, we saw you bought that bottle cap. How about you buy the bottle too? And we'll give you $1 off coupon. And you're like, Tara, we're buying the bottle. Heck yeah, we saved $1. Boom, click. I mean, I know stores do it. I know fish stores online do it. Like, hey, before you check out, you can save 10% if you bump up a little bit. Like, where's the innovation in the local store? Now, I'm not talking about all local stores. I'm talking about the local stores that are struggling or the ones that have gone out of business or are going out of business. I don't know why I'm glowing. Must be Clinique for Men. This is not a paid sponsorship, but I don't know. There's no thumb using YouTube Studio. Although I do look kind of lush, if I do say so myself. So I apologize. I do not have on any makeup. So there's that piece, right? So that's dry goods. That's product, having products that can put on a return. And then, you'll get, but if I don't have that product, nobody's going to come into my store. What? Huh? How many people complain about big box retailers? Gosh, I was in Smart Co for the pets. I hate that place. I spent $325 though. But I got some points. I got some Paul points. They're going to ruin the local fish store, I'll tell you what. They're going to do it, I know. They're going to crush them. Amazon too and Chewy. They're all going to do it. Man, I just hope the local fish store stays solid. When was the last time you went into your local fish store? Oh, I go in there and ask them a bunch of questions. If my water's checking out okay, if my plumbing's needs a little rotor rooter, I ask them, I bring my fish. I say, is Clarence going to be okay? He's got some speckles on him that just showed up. There's another failed model. How many go into the store and you're waiting in line to check out and the person's like, well, that's not it. I've done 32 water changes. My fish are still dying. My ammonia's 3, but you keep talking about some other stuff. So how do I fix it? They don't buy anything. So now the customers that you could have engaged that were buying they're gone, right? Online doesn't have that problem. When was the last time somebody was like, hi, thanks for calling Amazon. Yeah, I got a question about your Prime. Yeah, everything's online. You have a wonderful day. Thank you so much. Like I don't get it. I don't get it. That's another failed move. That's 2 pieces that, you get a failed portion. Now, I'm not saying your local fish store should not give answers because they're a resource. But I'm talking about, you've got to show that you're valuable. Like, there's got to be a sign. Don't waste my time. I think he's on the lookout for a baby whale. Yeah, I am. Did you decide on Congo or a puffer? So it was a Congo puffer or the baby whale, and I think I'm on the baby whale. Remember to tap and like that stream, folks. Please, it would be greatly appreciated. This is the worst time to be a brick and mortar. No, it is not. This is not the worst time to be a brick and mortar. This is the best time to be a brick and mortar. Right now, during COVID, this is the best time to be a brick and mortar because you have learned how to innovate. You have learned how to adapt to different types of protocol, curbside pickup, delivery, opening an online store, learning how to engage a customer from a distance. This is the best time to have a brick and mortar. When you're getting $1,400, $600, $900 just pumped into your bank account and you're like, I was having a problem with that ammonia earlier, but let me tell you, I got me $1,400, send me, and I'm going to buy me some nano tanks. Heck yeah. Right? This is the best time. Like, man, like this is, it's unbelievable the amount of folks that are walking into a store because they can't get the product online because fulfillment rates are horrible because guess what? Most of the product that people weren't making margins on were from China and now they can't get them. There's a reason why glass has a shortage, and those aquarium stores that are jam-packed full of aquariums are the ones that are slaying it. The ones that have fish that are healthy and in stock and ready to purchase. Folks are like, let's get it on, because online folks were like, ooh, I can't. The post office, I can't ship. The big delays, right? It's local fish store, local fish store, local fish store. And I can tell you from experience that that is the case. Not to mention what Brad said, there are so many different YouTube channels that can provide you with information and ideas and DIY projects and thought processes to get you into the local fish store to buy that item. I am saying I'm an advocate for the brick and mortar. I'm an advocate for the online store. I'm an advocate for the big box retailer because they all play a cohesive part. Because without the big box retailer, there is, I couldn't even give you the percentage because I'd be lying, but there is a massive amount of presence of the big box retailers in areas where folks don't have a local fish store and they don't pay attention to YouTube and they don't have the ability to just go online. They walk right into their big box retailer, they buy what they buy, and they go home. And that's just one more person entering this amazing hobby. Big Fest Day, I mean, I was just saying it. Big Fest Day just said there's no store within 50 miles of him. QR codes are great, but a lot of people don't like it, read, or sit through the entire video. But I guess I'm still here. Just needs Jay's soothing voice. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our local fish store where we provide a lot of information if you provide us with a lot of business. Do you think it's better being a general fish store or a specialized one? I think it comes down to how you are as a business owner, a leader. Somebody that's been in the industry. I've seen a lot of stores do some amazing things, but there are stores that focus heavily on just one thing. Like if I look at OSA that just opened a second location in Massachusetts, their first location is in Rhode Island. They do all of it. They do salt and freshwater. They're great in both. I look at a store like Aquarium Reptile Depot in Sacramento. They do reptiles, they do freshwater, and they do salt. They do a great job at it. But then I look at Cali Kid Coral. I look at Reef Lounge. They just do salt, and it's predominantly coral, and it is like amazing. Aquarium Fish Depot, San Diego. Now I'm speaking off of this trip that I just went on. Like they have 650 freshwater tanks. I'm pretty sure they know what they're doing with that. So that is it really comes down to what you're passionate about. Now, if you're somebody that's just like, okay, I'm going to open a local fish store. I like 40 gallon breeders in my garage. Growing up, I'm going to open this fish store. And then you open it and you're like, I'm going to expand. I'm gonna put in chinchillas. So now you got chinchillas and you got freshwater fish. And then you're like, we need parrots in here. Boom, now you got parrots, right? And then they go reptiles, and then they go insects, and then before you know it, it's disgusting, right? Because they didn't know what they were doing, they didn't understand it. But the ones that either hired folks that knew what they were doing, and they were specific, and they had specific skill sets, those are the ones that are successful. My cat just walked away. So what am I drinking? I'm actually just doing really good today. But this ad is sponsored by Bud Light Seltzers. Black cherry is my favorite because my wife Diane, she's just such a pretty black cherry. She's got the rosy cheeks, and she sure does make some good biscuits and gravy. No, I enjoy this. I enjoy aquariums. I enjoy business. I enjoy, communicating with you folks. So yeah. What? Going to AFD on Friday? Priscilla, when did you go to California? Jay, I know you're super late with using this. I know I'm super late with using this, but I just put 2 bags of Chemi Pure Blue in my FX6. Holy cow. I don't know. I've been saying that for 7 years. They marketed it for saltwater. Who's Diane? Oh, shoot. Wendy's just a beautiful black cherry with a hint of lotus flower. It's like being in a tranquil environment, so refreshing and warm. I don't know. Jay, what fish is trending in 2021? What do you think will trend in 2022? Freshwater wise, trending. I think betas. I think betas trended very, very hard in 2021. I don't know. I don't think much is going to change into 2022. I think it's going to be towards the end of 2022. Everyone that came into the aquarium industry is going to go, I made a stupid decision of setting up an aquarium in my office. And then they're all going to come down, and fish are going to be donated to their friends, and then it's just kind of level itself out. But betta is probably number one, and then a lot of smaller fish. So a lot of tetras, pencil fish, like the nano stuff. It was really big this year. Freshwater wise, saltwater wise, I mean, to me, it's always the same. They're just adding a name. They're like, hey, do you want to buy this really cool coral? It's called a black two clip, right? And then they've now been aquacultured by like 40 people. And now you can't collect these in the wild for like a year, right? And then it's like, hi, do you want to buy my super midnight double click ultra coral? It's only $7,500 more than the other one. So I mean, coral's coral. It's really nice. Matter of fact, I think that's somebody's business name, Corals. Coral is just beautiful to look at, especially under the right lighting, and it's healthy. It's just the fluctuation of that goes like this. Now fish become popular. So now, of course, the yellow tang is going to become slightly popular because of its collection, but honestly, it'll be fine. Time for maintenance companies to step up, and fish sitters time to shine. Just found out I cannot say what Wendy said out loud. No, I mean, Priscilla's laughing. Ultra. I hope. What is that? I hope that freshwater does not catch on to what's happening with saltwater, you know, ultras. You can have the same Zoa, and they're like, you know, and I'm making fun with it because I'm like, oh my goodness, I want one. Like, that's the way I'm, but they're like, you see this one right here? Right there. See that one? Utter chaos. I'm like, wait, what? But it looks just like that one. Seriously, bro? That one's called Intergalactic Ultra right there. What? But that one looks the same. That one? Bro, you can't afford that one. That one's not that one or that one, even though they look the same. That one right there, Super Bonsai Pink, Ultra Superior, Galactic, Utter Chaotic. And then it's like, like I hope it doesn't happen, because the Neon Tetra will then become, this is, you know, we went from Neon Tetra to Cardinal Tetra. Then it's going to become a Super Cardinal Neon Ultra Tetra. Copyright. Copyright. Anybody that tries to use that, I'm coming after you. And the only reason I bring up Utter Chaos is because Wendy wants it. But every time I go into a store, they either don't have it or they want way too much money for it. These bad boys are ultra neons. I'm telling you, it's like, you know, you go to the car dealership and they're like, whew, for $500 more, you can get the rain guards and mud flaps. Like we're bringing it into the aquarium industry. Are you going to be at any aquarium conventions? I mean, yes, I will be. I'll probably be at most of the Reefapaloozas and most of the Aquashellas. I don't know if I'm going to be at all the Aquashellas just because of the house. So let me get back. let me get back to what I could just picture, like a sword plant. You know, just, it's got, you know, some specs on it, and they're like $27.99 for that sword. You betcha, boy. This is called Ultra Black Dotty Back Sword. You can't find it anywhere else. What? Like, that's just, I hope that shift just doesn't happen. KG Tropicals. I have to change my pants due to the stream making me laugh. Might know a guy with some Utter Chaos. You know what's funny is I've been looking for Utter Chaos for how long, Wendy? 6 months. No one seems to just show up and say, hey, Jay, I got some Utter Chaos for you. Nope. Now all of a sudden, everybody's got it. So what the reason why I think local stores are closing during this time is, honestly, I hate to say it, but it was probably one, their time, and two, they just weren't willing to change with the times. They weren't willing to expand, to re-engage their product selection, to take a little bit more time and honestly a little bit more effort to look for better suppliers of livestock, because with rising costs of shipping, it's become very difficult. So it's like, you know, no, I've been using Logi fish for 25 years and I'm never giving it up. So why don't you have fish? Because Logi fish up their shipping costs 35%. Okay, but there are X many other folks. Like, you can use anyone that's online that has a brick and mortar that is successful as an example, right? They need one and they need the other. And the ones that don't need the brick and mortar but have the online are probably breeding or have a large facility to bring in a ton of fish to hold them over till the next shipment comes in. Like, this is not rocket science, man. It's not. Like, if I walk into a fish store and I'm looking for fish and you're like, sorry, we ain't got no fish, then can you shut off the fish sign? Like, it's like going to a car dealership and they don't have cars. Like, what is that? And then they're like, yeah, just like car dealer, we'll special order it for you. You got to put down a deposit. Now check this out. I was in a store in California. Hear me out. and I'm not going to name any names of any brand or whatever, but I was in a store. There was no chance that I was putting Ciche on the shelves. Zero. But I wanted to know more about them. I wanted to know what made them tick. I wanted to know their history. Like, I'm just not like a big douche where it's like, hey, you know what I'm about Ciche? All right, guy. See ya. Like, that's not me. I walk around. I take photos. I want to see your store. They had this huge pallet. Matter of fact, it was 3 pallets. And I was like, ooh, shoot, perfect. Before I walked in, like, they're buying product, right? So this is going to be great. I'm talking 3 pallets. And I'm like, and I slide right in, like, buy my stuff. And I'm talking to the guy up front. And I was like, man, saw all them pallets. I know you got that cheddar. And he, I didn't say anything of that nature, but it was like, yeah, those 3 pallets are from last March when I placed my $14,000 order. Say what? So they had to pay. I say this lightly. So they put in their order for product March of 2020, and then they didn't get it until March of 2021. I think it's time for a new product selection. Like, what? I don't care. I love this brand. I don't care if I have to wait 12, 15, 16, 21 months. I'm going to sell this brand because it's a cool brand. It's a cool brand for me and my brother Hans. Yeah, it's cool, bro, but there's a lot of money tied up in product that took a year to get to you. Marco in the house, Ciche fan. Buongiorno, mi amici. I think I said that right. Local fish store in Nashville is doing outstanding. Business has never been better. Tiffany White, who are they? I'm curious. I'm trying to use my mouse and it's not working. The next thing you know, you're going to start doing the auction house voice for naming plants and everyone. Okay. So hear me out. I just got like really excited. Just super excited. Let me just go through some comments because I probably missed some. Talking like a knucklehead. These bad boys are. You just offended a bunch of people. What? First off, I offended no one. That's on you. If you are sad because of my coral naming, prove me wrong. Because reality, it's not offenseful. Like, I'm pretty sure there is Starburst, Skittles. Heck, what do you think? A Jawbreaker? I'm surprised there's not a Now and Later. What about what's another candy? What? No. It's a Ring Pop. Check out my Ring Pop. Wait, what? Oh my goodness. My son said that's the TikTok guy. TikTok guy? I don't do TikTok. Wendy, watch him ignore my question. What? I probably did. Oh, tell us more about Diane. A little ditty about Jack and Diane. 2 American kids just planting an aquarium. So see, look, I mentioned OSA and they show up. No, seriously, that's an example. That's an example of one of those stores that I said was doing freshwater and saltwater and doing it well. And they had another location, but their new location is just freshwater, actually. So, Aquatic Critter in the LFS in Nashville. There's another fish store near Nashville that I really like. Aquatic Marine, I think is what it's called. I have to look, but definitely a cool store. The next thing you know, okay. So here's the deal. If there's no change, there's no innovation, and you're living and breathing by the sadness of your past troubles and your disgruntledness about all of the web and all of social media, then I get it. It's going to suck. It's online this, Facebook this, Instagram this, Twitter fic, my face, the talk ticks, the clock post. I can't keep up with this. If you can't keep up with the times, maybe it's time to find somebody that can offset that for you. Like, that's legit, because we don't want you to go away. We want you to stay. So honestly, it does come down to it. Blockbuster went out of business because it did not manage its money properly. It used its massive amount of cash to do other dumb things to other dumb businesses, therefore crushing Blockbuster, not Netflix. So if you're a local fish store and you get this far, please don't think online is the one that's crushing you, because the one customer that has come in and has said, I can get this online for like $6 cheaper, let them go there. And then the other customer that shows up and hangs out and's like, yeah, I know online's killing everyone. No, like, there's two people. Stop listening to just two people. And if you really feel that it's crushing you, you can't beat them. Join them. Because it's always like, well, I can't fight them. I've got overhead. I've got tanks. I've got a roof. I've got this building. Well, don't you think distribution facilities have got roofs and stuff too? Like, not everybody can do stuff for free as well. Like, there has to be that understanding that, for me, like, no BS. And I talked to a store about this. As a person that works for the manufacturer, without distribution, I don't exist. Potentially in my capacity, because I'm the national sales manager for brick and mortar stores. But without the distribution, because we don't go direct, then the stores don't go to distribution, and therefore I don't have a job. But distribution, local fish store, distribution, manufacturing, all tied together. It's a symbiotic relationship. Now, some distributors are better than others, and some manufacturers are better than others, and clearly some local fish stores are better than others. But the ones that are connecting and utilizing resources properly and planning, because prior planning prevents poor performance, and they were ready for something like potentially COVID, or knew how to adapt, improvise, and overcome obstacles that were happening, are the ones that are still successful and are even more successful. But the idea is not to bank on that massive amount of success right now, that it will carry over to the following year. So to prepare yourself for a slight slide into the following year, when COVID restrictions are fully lifted in almost everywhere and everybody's doing their normal thing. And then you can utilize that money to innovate where you see fit, or leave it in the bank. I don't know. Like, I don't know. All I know is right now I am in the best place professionally that I have ever been outside of the military. Yeah. Truthfully, I enjoy what I do. I enjoy being on the road. I don't enjoy this. Hi, is this Fins for Fun's warehouse? Yeah, this is Jay with C-Che. You okay, thank you. Like, I don't enjoy that. I don't. And, it's not fun. It's not. But when I'm in the store, it's amazing. Today was awesome. I got to do some really cool things with some stores I'm working with. Do you still got your GSD? What is that? Great smile, dude. Shout out to the veterans. Best move a man can make. Then why do you bother me on the phone for 2 hours a week? That is a lie. Let me tell you something, and I'm going to blow his spot up right now. You know what? John from KG Tropicals, in the beginning, you blew up my spot every Friday, Wednesday, and Monday. I got notes to prove it. So one time I blew up your spot for 2 hours because we were chatting, chitty chats about fish and stuff and life. You know what, guy? Don't you have a website to monitor? Like, keepfishkeeping.com or something. Oh, Cunningham Cichlids is in the house. Oh, German Shepherd. No, I got a Dutch Shepherd. Mando? Yeah, he's out there somewhere running around. Oh, you just got served. See, I could say this. A few years ago, John Hudson and I wouldn't have said a word to each other. And now we have a really cool relationship. I don't know. Man, I wish I could show this, but he swears. But what his business method is not good. Look at you sliding that product placement. Find the hidden opportunity that your current circumstances are providing. Yes. Look, I'm going through some shiitakes right now in life. Professionally, relationally, friendship-wise, I'm like, apex, baby, epitome, super ultra, like right here. Just this little piece, but it's a big piece because that piece sits right in here, and it's rough right now. And I've got great support system, and they're doing exactly what that says, like finding a hidden opportunity. And I'm finding that hidden opportunity through the help of other folks to encourage me. And I'm going, do people still say ham? Do they still say ham? Like, I'm going ham. Why didn't they say like, I'm going bologna on everyone? But no, ham. I'm going to go ham. Any ideas for 150 gallon? I'm done with African cichlids. I want to try something new. Boo. I don't know. Uraru are cool. I like those red eye ones. I don't know what they're called. What is the type of catfish behind you? So for the last 8 years, actually probably longer than that, couldn't tell you. It's a hybrid. I actually took some photos to the catfish specialist at Cataclysm. It's in Wisconsin this year in October. And he told me it's a hybrid. Synodontis and then something hybrid. So it's Jay's fish. See, people are commenting on my looks. I need to know why it's doing this. It's like I have a filter, or maybe it's just my cream regimen. No? Sounded like Wendy made fun of me. So folks, the local fish store is not dying. There are a lot that are on the come up. And the ones that are going, I wish them the best, and I wish they figured out all of the things that they needed or found the person to help them. But, I just think of it as like the old school mentality of the dad that, would get the quote, how much to put a fence around my yard? And the guy's like, okay, labor cost, material, shipping. I'm going to need to hire 4 people to do this. Okay. It's going to be $8,000. Yeah, I'm going to have to pass. Seems a little excessive when I can do it myself. So my family is not going to see me for about 4 weeks. I'm going to have to rent a crap load of equipment that I don't know how to use, but I'm going to do it myself because I'm going to save just a little bit of money, but I'm going to lose a lot of time. That's that local fish store. You have an opportunity to hire somebody part-time, quarter-time. Really find somebody. Person doesn't have to work locally. They can help you with marketing. They can help you with ramping up your online stuff. There are so many things. There are so many things that they can do to help you in the night. Like there are just that many. Shoot, most can't keep fish and supplies in stock right now. CunninghamCichlids.com. You're a little late, buddy. We already talked about it. It's crazy. So I appreciate the super chats. Does anybody have any questions while I was in California? Do they have any questions about aquarium stores? Do they have Sometimes easier said than done. Wrong, wrong,
Wrong. Wrong.
do not make me do this to you. Don't do it. I will ninja you right now. Don't you bring no dojo action right here, sir. Don't you do it. So share this video. I've got three other videos, but the two other videos that I did, the one at 6th Avenue Aquarium, check it out. It's wicked. And then I've got another one prior to that at Aquarium Fish Depot. It's insane. It's insane. The fish stores that are out there. And yeah, crazy, crazy, crazy. So I appreciate it. You know, do me a favor. If this is the first time you've joined a live or you stayed this long or you super chatted, thank you. Hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to do more and more as I go along the way on the member side. So if you're interested in that, that is there. We've got merch, folks. We've got stuff with my face on it. That is worth nothing. But you can own that for like $20. Oh, no. I'm highlighting this. Does anybody see somethingfishyinc.net's comment? Sometimes it's easier said than done. 30 years this year. Tell me I wasn't lying. Why did you have to do that? Do local fish stores breed and sell their fish? Yes, I know there are stores that do it. I don't know every store that breeds and sells their own fish. I know somethingfishyinc.net for the last 30 years has been breeding and selling their own fish on top of bringing in other fish, as well as Aquarium Fish Depot, as you saw in the video. HV8019 sounds like an STD. I'm sorry. Thank you very much for the super chat. I greatly appreciate it. That was uncalled for what I said, but I don't think anybody wants the HV8019. How was it hanging with the Hawaiian fish keeper? It was like hanging out with a friend that I've known for a very long time. I spent 9 years of my life in Hawaii, so I understand his culture, the way, you know, he understands things, and it was just like a click, and we enjoyed taco bowls together. Rocks background clips so they fit most tanks. Thanks, buddy. I don't know if you need clips. Just a little dab of silicone will do you. Ninja the Universal. All right. I think that's all I got. Merch, memberships, share, hit the notification bell. Look at all the things YouTube wants you to do. See, as a business owner, you got to do all these things. So folks, thank you so much for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, hitting the notification bell, buying merch that you probably won't wear that I hope you do with my face on it. And then on top of it, join the membership program. That's really cool. And check out my community board, my Instagram page, my Facebook page, my Twitter, my TikTok. And, you know, if you want, you can come right to my front door and shake my hand, because I think that's all we're missing. Good grief. I do have a pet beta. I've got a few of them. Trophius tank or reef? Trophius tank, hands down. One question. Where do you catch those wild enders, if you even remember? Have no idea. I didn't catch any wild enders. Not me. So, Corey Hecker, thank you for joining. Josh Cunningham, Ruben Rivera, Something Fishy, KG Tropicals, and all of my Wendy and Priscilla and Radical, everyone. I can't name everyone. I'd go back and it would just be absolutely insane. Thank you so much for the super chats. All of the Tiffany's, thank you for showing up. Gary, thank you. Krager's Fish, I'm just rambling. I'm just going to end this bad boy. You know what? Oh, Something Fishy in the crib. I appreciate that $5, sir. That's it on a can. We got 25, we got 35, we got $5. Can we do? Can we listen? Can we get 10? Can we get 15? I'm not auctioning a super chat. I'm wearing your face right now. If you're wearing my face right now, tag me in on Instagram or Facebook. Seriously, I need to see this. You know what's next. Holla!